Hey everybody, I got a fun one for you tonight. We're going to be working on pizza on the Weber Performer charcoal grill, and my son's going to be helping me tonight. So we're going to be working on this together. I'm going to turn this camera around and show you how we're going to set this up. Now my wife is working on getting them all prepared inside. She's got the hard work actually. I get the easy job tonight. She's making everything from scratch, the dough, the toppings, everything she's putting together inside. While she's doing that, let me show you how we're going to set this up on the Weber Performer. And so let me see if I can turn this camera around and we'll show you how we're going to set this up. All right, so here's the Weber Performer. It's got the cover on it. So Rylan, why don't you go ahead and reach around behind the back and undo the Velcro, and we'll take this cover off. It's on that back leg. Yeah, there you go. As far as the setup goes, what I'm going to do, I've got the baskets, and what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to take the baskets and empty them and put them right in the center so that all of our indirect heat is in the center part of the grill. And then we're going to line charcoal around the outer edge. And we're going to put the pizza right in the middle. So what that's going to do is we'll end up with heat around the edges, but not much directly under the pizza. So hopefully we won't burn the pizza, but we'll get a really nice flavor on it and it'll cook it really well. So that's what we're going to do. So let me put the camera somewhere where you can kind of watch, and then we'll set this up. All right, so let me show you how we're going to set this up. First of all, I'm just going to get, I'm going to take this grate and move it out of the way. This is my old charcoal from the last cook, so I'm just going to shake off all the dust, get that kind of emptied. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this chimney starter. I think that'll be about right for the edges. And I'm going to just set that here in the middle. Take these baskets, dump my leftovers from last time right into the basket, or from the basket into the chimney. And once I've done that, now my baskets are empty. I'm just going to set them off to the side for now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill the rest of this chimney with charcoal. Yeah, that'll about do it. I spilled a couple, so we'll catch those, put those in. And I've got basically a full load of charcoal. That'll be all we're going to use for tonight, so I'm going to put the rest of this charcoal away. And then what we're going to do is we're going to light, oh, I've got an extra one there. All right, then we're going to light the starter here and get this chimney going real good. Just turn it on the gas right here a little ways, and then I'm going to click a light, brings the flame on. I'm going to turn that all the way up, and then I'm just going to move this chimney right over top of that propane. And we're going to let that sit, I don't know, 5 or 10 minutes, about that long usually. And that should get the charcoal good and lit. And then we may let it go another 5 minutes or so without the gas. And what we're looking for is for this top charcoal to start to turn gray, which just gets it good and lit, because we don't want it to be partially lit. And then we pour it around the outside, and what will happen is now you've got hot coals on part of it, but not all the way around. And we want hot coals to be all the way around it. We don't want cool spots and hot spots and cool spots and hot. We want everything to be hot perfectly all the way around so that it cooks that pizza from all directions. So we're going to let this charcoal get good and hot and not put it on too soon. And it may be 10 or 15 minutes before we're ready to roll. And then we'll come back and show you the rest of it. So we're just checking back in. It's been a few minutes. Let me just pull this camera over here, let you see kind of where we're at. It's not ready yet, but we've got a good flame going down below, and I think the charcoal down at the lower part of the chimney is lit. I don't know how well you can see that, but there's some fire down in there. So this will go a few more minutes before we're all the way ready, but I figured I'd just do that. We went ahead and got our utensils together. I don't have a pizza spatula, so we're going to be using, Rylan, show them what we're going to be using tonight. Show them your moves.
Fancy.
Dog and pony show. Yeah, so we're going to be using these. This is just a spatula that I typically will use on like a pork shoulder, and then this is just a big spatula. So between the two of them, we'll probably be able to manage the pizza okay, I think. And we're going to put this on here in just a little bit. Let me go inside and show you. Oh, well, I finally got my deck set up. It's in the middle of the summer, And just now finally got it set up because I had some boards that had gone bad on me that I needed to replace. So just finally got that done today, and Rylan helped me with that too. So we've been working together today on a number of things. So we finally got our deck kind of set up a little bit better. But let me take you inside real quick and show you the pizza that is ready. It just got ready, and it looks really amazing. So this is going to be like a meat lovers kind of pizza, some mozzarella, and just really looks really good. So we're going to give it a couple more minutes on this charcoal chimney, and then once it's done, we'll bring you back and show you from here. Okay, so that charcoal is looking pretty good. I'm going to turn the propane off. I haven't been keeping track of time. Did you notice what time it was?
Yeah, it was 8:58, and right now it is 9:09.
Okay, so about 10 minutes, 11 minutes with the propane on. That we didn't have to go that long, but that's what I did. This charcoal's almost ready. We're going to be ready to stick it on in just a moment. In fact, yeah, I think it's ready now. So let me grab some gloves and get this going. I think what I'm going to do, because these baskets are oval, they're not perfectly round, and I'm wanting to make more of a round. So I'm going to actually separate the baskets a little bit. Hopefully you'll be able to see that. Let me just move this out of the way for now. We'll put one of these baskets in. Come on. I got a lit charcoal that I didn't want in the way there. All right, so we're going to put that one like something like that. And then I'll move this out of the way, and we're going to put that one something like that. That'll be about right. Now the problem that I'm going to have is in that middle. Really, we need a brick or something. And I didn't think about that before we got started, because the charcoal is just going to fall in there. Unless I'm delicate, we'll try it. Maybe if I'm just really careful, we won't have trouble. So we're just going to pour a little bit around on the outside of the baskets. Again, we don't really want this to go in the baskets. We want this to go on the outside. I think it'll hold like that. Ooh, that's hot. Got to be careful with this so you don't get it on the back end as you're pouring. That'll be about perfect. All right, so I'm going to just set this to the side for a moment. I'm going to use my handy little charcoal rake to move the stuff around. There we go. That'll be really perfect. Let's spread this around. I want the heat to be coming from all directions, but I don't want it in the middle. And that's pretty good right there. What I've got going on is pretty good. I think those baskets will help us keep the heat off. We're in a pretty good spot. So with that, let me close this, actually get this out of the way. And let's put this back on. This one you're glad for those long gloves, because sticking that on, whew. All right, I'm just going to clean this real quick. Make sure that we're in a good spot from the last time. I usually clean these after I've cooked so that it stays pretty clean, but then before I cook again, usually there's a little bit of crud and junk that you just want to clean off. We want to work on a clean surface. It'll make the food taste better and just be better for you all the way around. So, all right, we got this ready to go. I think the pizza will fit in there pretty nicely. So yeah, you can just set these up here, bud. You want to go get the pizza for me, and then we're going to see about sliding this on. While you do that, I'm going to try to tame the fire just a little bit by putting the lid on, killing some of the oxygen to it. We'll just hopefully tame that just a little bit so it's not flaming quite so much. And then, yeah, we're going to go from here. So I think it's a pretty good setup. So that's the setup. We're going to be doing pizza. I'm excited to do this. And it's evening time. It's kind of a late supper here, so it's all shady back here now, which is really nice. Okay, so you got the pizza ready. Bring it over here. Yeah, so just one more look at that. Doesn't that look amazing? Oh, I'm excited about that. That is going to be super good. All right, so I think the best way to do this, since I don't have a pizza spatula, is if you want to hold the pizza, I'm going to use the spatulas to kind of get it. You're going to want to put it really close. Don't burn your fingers. Put it really close, and I'm just going to kind of scoop it off of that right onto the grate. All right, so let me get these ready, and let me get this up and underneath the pizza. Yeah, it's sticking a little bit. I wonder if she didn't grease the pan. Boy, I'd hate to damage such a beautiful looking pizza. Let me actually put just a little bit of grease on these.
Okay.
A little bit of oil. I think that's going to be good, and then that way it'll come off of that stone just a little bit easier. All right, so I've got some just olive oil cooking spray. And I'm just gonna, here, hold that one, please. I'm just gonna take this and just spray this just a touch. That was a little more than we needed probably, but it'll work. Just spray that real good. And then now I'll go ahead and pick that up, and these should slide under there a little bit better. Yeah, that fire is nice and tamed. Boy, that's still not working. Well, let's see. What are we gonna do about that? I hate to destroy this pizza. It's just too good. Yeah, that's just going to destroy it. Well, trial and error, folks, right here. You don't always get it right, and this is living proof of that. So plan B, we could cook it on the stone in there, and that may be what we end up doing. Let me go have a quick powwow inside and see if there's any other ideas that anybody has, and we'll be right back. All right, best laid plans of mice and men. This isn't going quite to plan, but that's okay. That's the real world. So the problem we're having is the pizza on the stone is stuck to the stone. We didn't grease the stone before making the pizza, and even if we had, I don't know how well or not it would have worked, but that's what we did. So now, in order to get the pizza off the stone and onto the grill, I think we would completely destroy the pizza, probably just tear it all up. So went inside, talked to the wife, see if there's any other ideas. We actually have two pizzas. One that was on more of a rectangle pan that we were going to also cook. That one's going to be much more difficult to do in the grill. So she's going to do that in the oven inside. But I'm going to go ahead and do this one on the grill. We're just going to leave it on the stone. So that's where we're going to go. So that's plan B. So I still think everything that we've talked about to this point is correct. I think it's going to probably cook well. Now, the fire isn't directly under the pizza, so that we did that so that it wouldn't burn the pizza. But in this case, there's a stone here, so we wouldn't have that trouble anyway, even if the fire had been directly under the pizza. Because of the stone, it wouldn't be a problem. But I think it's going to be better anyway, because you want that heat to come up and around the pizza. So if it was all directly under the stone, it would heat the stone and it would cook the pizza. But I think it's fine. So we've got a really nice set of hot coals all the way around the outside. I'm just going to move this so that you can actually see it, because I don't think you could see too well. So our setup is we've got the baskets. I separated them from each other because they're not perfectly round. They're oval when they're put together. They're longer this way than they are wide. So I did that so that we could make more of a perfect circle, and then put all the charcoal, the lit charcoal, around the outside edge. So that's our setup. Let me get this camera set back up where you can kind of watch where we go from here. So what I'm going to do, instead of using those spatulas to get the pizza off the stone, move it to the grill and then back on, which is where Rylan and I were trying to work together. He was going to hold the pizza, I was going to slide it off. It's just not working that way. So today we're going to drop this directly on the grill using gloves so I don't burn my hands, and we're going to close that up. We're going to let this go for a little bit and see that's hot coming off of that. Let's turn that around. We're going to let this go for a little bit and see how it looks in 5-7 minutes, something like that, I expect. And then we'll just judge it. Obviously, this isn't like a meat or something, so there's no thermometer check. We're not checking temperatures on this. We're going to go entirely by looks, and hopefully this turns out okay. We'll find out. So Rylan, I think we are done with the spatulas. You can we can put those away, And when we're ready to go, we'll see. We're going to do it this way. We're going to get Ryland's opinion as to whether the pizza's ready or not.
Oh dear. Uh-oh.
Huh?
Did you want to eat good food today or not?
We do. We're going to eat good food, and you're going to be part of it. So Ryland's going to be our judge. He's going to be our judge to see when the pizza's ready. And if you get it wrong, do you want me to pull it off and let you taste it? Or do you want me to tell you so we can actually cook it right?
Tell me so we can cook it right.
You'd rather have good food.
I would prefer to have good pizza. You can
All right.
spoil pizza like that.
Fair enough. Okay, so we're going to let this go 5 or 7 minutes. Did you get a time check for me?
Sure.
What time are we?
It's 9:25.
9:25. Okay. So about 9:30, it's already been going for a couple minutes probably while we were batting around. So about 9:30, we'll check it and see where it's at. All right, folks. It has been 7 minutes. It's 9:30. And so what's your guess? Come on in there. They can see you. What's your guess? Is it done? Is it not?
We'll see. My guess is no.
Your guess is no? We haven't even seen it. We
No, I know.
literally,
It's my guess.
we stuck the lid on, and at about 9:23, 9:24 probably, and we haven't looked at it since. So it's been real close to 7 minutes. Oh, that's starting to look good, isn't it?
Yeah, but I can tell it's not done.
What do you think?
I don't think it's done. The crust doesn't look done.
The crust doesn't look done. All right, let me pull this camera down so people can see what we're looking at.
It needs to turn more brown.
All right,
Oh,
so
that
there's
looks
the pizza. It is looking good, but I agree with you. I don't think it's quite. I don't think it's quite ready. I think it needs to go a little bit more. So let's put this lid back on. How much more do you think it needs to go?
3 to 5 minutes.
How long?
3 to 5.
3 to 5. So do you want to check it in 3 or want to check it in 5?
Check in 4.
You want to check it in 4. All right. I think we should do it and check it in 3 because we don't want to burn it.
All right.
So let's check it in 3.
All right, it's 9:32.
Well,
We'll be back.
losing my camera here.
3:35.
So 9:35.
9:35.
We'll check it. So 3 more
3
minutes. We're going to come back. We're going to check this pizza and see what it looks like then. All right, we are back. It's 9:33. What do you think?
Give it 1 or 2 more minutes and I think it's done. Maybe 1. Honestly, it could be done. Actually, I think it might be done now. It's like there's black kind of down there, you know?
Yeah?
It could be done now.
I think we want it to go another minute or 2. I think you're right.
I think maybe 1 or 2.
It's getting close.
Really close.
It's getting close. All right, we're going to put the lid on. What time you got right now?
9:35.
9:35. All right, so 9:37?
Sure.
9:37, 9:38. I think it'll be done. So while we wait on food to cook, this is what we do most of the time. We sit around and kind of relax. If it's hot, maybe we have some cold water or a cold drink of some kind. If it's nice like it is right now, we just kind of sit. Isn't that right?
Yep. All the time.
So that's what we're doing. We're waiting on this pizza to get done, and we need it to go another couple, 2 or 3 minutes. So while we wait, we sit down and relax.
9:38.
9:38. Okay, I got to get lazy self up. You got to tend to the food, you know. You can relax between, but when it's ready, when it's time, it's time. All right, let's check this out. Let's take this lid off. Tell me what you think.
I think that's pretty good. It's starting to turn golden. The crust.
Golden brown on the crust, bubbling up in the middle. Yeah? You think we pull it?
Sure.
All right. If it's not good, I won't tell Mom it's your fault.
Sure, why not?
All right, so in order for us to pull this, why don't you, here, let's spin this camera around. Why don't you hold the camera on the pizza, and I'm going to try to get this without burning my hands. You know what, I'm just going to use this charcoal rake to get up under that stone enough to lift it up so I can get to it. Tips of the trade. And now that we've got that up, we're going to pull it off. Now, it's hot. It's good and hot. So I've got these gloves on, and it's a good thing. We're going to set that down, take it inside. There you go. Looks pretty good. I think you're right. I think it's done. We're going to take it inside, cut it up, and have us a good pizza supper. So we're inside where the lighting is good. There's the pizza we just cooked on the grill. want to get up underneath here and let you see what we're looking at. That looks very, very good. I think it's done just right. And this is the one that was done inside in the oven. We didn't intend for this to be a taste test comparison, but I guess we'll get to try the difference between cooking it on the grill versus cooking it in the oven. Again, that wasn't the original intent of this tonight, but it's the way it went. So I guess we will try these out and do a little bit of a taste test compare. All right, so we're going to do the taste test. I've got these are the ones that were, maybe we should do a blind taste test. Let's do that. All right, so you eat this one, and then that one, and I'm going to eat this one and that one, and let's compare and decide which one we like the best. Okay. So I'm going to start with this one.
What's the point of the blind taste
No. You can open your eyes.
I'm so confused.
It means you don't know which one is which.
I was like, that didn't make any sense.
Yeah, you got to close your eyes. Okay, that was good.
Okay.
Which one do you like better?
They're so much different.
They are different. They even have slightly different toppings, I think. But
I think I like this one better.
yeah, that's the one we did on the grill.
Yeah.
So these two were done in the oven. These two were done on the grill, and you can definitely taste the difference. You really can.
You really can.
Like, there's different toppings, and they're both delicious, but you can tell there's smoke flavor on that wood fired.
One was definitely wood
And
fired.
this is just oven, and you can tell it. You can actually taste the difference.
because-
Yeah,
Yeah, it's really good.
they're both good, but you can definitely. Yeah, you can taste the smoke.
Yeah, you can.
All right, so we didn't intend for it to be a compare, but the way it worked out, that's what we did.
It was good. They were both very good.
Good result. They're both good. So we're gonna dig into the rest of this stuff, put it on plates, and have some good supper.